Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 937 The Ticket. Man, I start my show off every week the same way, and this is my first show of 2026, and I ain't going to change a thing. Big shout out to Empire Fence in Waverly, Nebraska. I really love what they stand for. A real positive company to work for. And I understand what their mission is, and I respect it. So that's why I always start my show off with a shout out to them. But you know what? I'll be real honest with y'all. I got a special guest tonight that he happened to know a little bit about Empire Fencing. So, we're gonna jump right in. Matt Warner, welcome to the show, man.
Woo! How you doing, Ricky?
It's the first show of 2026, man, and I'm excited.
Let's go!
You know why I'm excited, man, more than anything? Not only do I have a great guest to start the year off with, I'm on this deal that I've been on for like 16 years and counting. I just like being positive and happy, and I wouldn't trade that for nothing. And tonight I happen to have Matt Warner in the house, who I know is on that same level. So to me, this is going to be fun. Matt, what's been going on with you, man?
Man, we are busy growing our business and growing people. So we have a slogan for this year.
Oh, okay.
And the slogan is, and I came up with it last month, but I told Luke, the king of our HR, or he's in HR, but the king of our culture, I said, Luke, I want you to say this all year long. And it's real simple. Most businesses use people to grow their business, but at Empire, we use our business to grow people.
Love it.
And it just sums up what our goals are. Our goals are try to get people to come, enjoy work, enjoy what they do. It's a mindset. And a little bit of that is why you and I get along so well. Right. We just refuse to let negative energy hold us down. And I heard you say one of your Ricky-isms is I just don't have any quit. My quit button is broken, baby.
It's broke, man. I tried to go online and see if they would send me the part to repair it, man. They said they don't make them no more. So I guess I'm just stuck on automatic.
You know what, Ricky? You are such a breath of fresh air, and just the way you approach life, and you know your story. When you came out, we had you come out and talk to our team a couple years back now.
Right.
We're old friends now.
Absolutely.
But you came out there, and I'm going to tell you what, you really poured your heart into your highs and lows that you went through, your NFL career that you found out was second to your side hustle, which was
addiction
and all that. But man, when you poured your heart out to our men and women, they really felt a connection to you. And I encourage anybody out there, if you have an event and you need somebody to just be downright honest and pour their heart out and with a positive attitude and what you've overcome. And you talk about that letter from Coach Osborne. When you told that story, I started crying because I was like, holy cow, I couldn't imagine being in that spot where you're at now. You are the king of happy. When people say, are you happy? The first thing that pops in my mind is you.
Well, Matt, thank you for that, man. I appreciate that opportunity as well. But you know, the one thing, man, that I have to be honest about is I worked really hard at it, just like yourself.
I do.
Yeah. It's a lot of times when you're positive and happy, people think that it just happens.
Right.
But it's not. That's not the case. I know the work that I put into it, and I followed you ever since I've met you, and I've seen personally the work that you put into it and into your company. I think, to be really honest with you, I think the world would just be a better place if everybody took a positive approach. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. So,
you know, and we don't have to prove, and I wrote this down for one of our things for us to talk about. I'm sick and tired of people trying to act like they have to prove that they're happy or prove something.
Right.
Just go be happy. Just go and be and do good things and just try to be a good human. That's all you have to do. You don't have to try to meet anybody's expectations. You don't have to try to be somebody you're not. And I tell people all the time, I tell my up and coming leaders all the time, don't be me.
Yeah.
You don't have to woo that. You don't have to do that. Pick your own thing.
Right.
You know, I love it when you're singing on your clips and you're being you. You are you.
Right.
But that's all you have to be.
But see, the thing to that, and kind of piggybacking what you're saying, be yourself, because that's an original. The rest is an imitation if you're trying to be someone else. You're copying. I don't think that's smart. I think you should be yourself, be authentic, and if people don't understand it, you know what? That's not on you.
No.
That's on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because being happy for me, it makes me feel good. You know, and as selfish as that may sound, I would rather focus on positive because I don't like all the consequences that comes with negativity. I don't like stress. I don't like adversity and drama that I know I could avoid by simply being positive. I mean, being a good person is not something like you got to go out and give them your last penny. You can just treat people the way you want to be treated. But what I had to do now, I'm not saying this will work for everybody, but when it comes to treating people the way I want to be treated, I don't look for it in return. So that way I don't get let down. See, a lot of times when you be nice to somebody, for example, and then they don't be nice back.
Right.
It's real easy to take offense. But see, that's actually something that makes me laugh now. Mm-hmm. So if I'm nice to you and you disrespectful to me, man, that's funny to me now because whatever you're dealing with has nothing to do with me.
Right.
And that's the way I have to look at negativity. I can't, what's another Rickyism? Negativity. If you don't feed it, it can't grow.
Right.
And that's one of my beliefs.
Well, you know, and I teach our people all the time that we are born to survive, and survival sometimes has a negative attitude to it because we have to survive. You have to live. When you're born to breathe. You're born to, you want to eat. You cry when you want to eat. You have to be negative. So we're naturally designed by God to come out for survival. That's right. How we're designed. Right. So you have to teach yourself how to overcome that and how to be positive. And I'm sure that when you were in your younger days, you weren't a positive guy.
Well, absolutely not.
And you would let that monster eat that was the wrong monster. Now, I will tell you this, Ricky. I tell people all the time, have a monster.
Yes.
But make sure that monster is the Sully off of what's the movie? Help me out here. Monsters Inc. On Monsters Inc. There's a movie, and Sully is this big, wonderful monster that wants to do good and take care of it. So feed the monster that's going to do good to others. Don't feed that negativity monster. Don't let it eat. You're right.
No, well, that negativity monster, it comes with a lot of consequences. And see, and I'm real big on that. I understand that. It took me a long time to get there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have this thing, and I ain't saying I got it all figured out, but I got a great idea of what not to do.
Right.
You know, and as long as I focus on that, I like my chances. But man, I'd be honest with you. In my daily travels, I observe people. You know, I don't care if it's at the mall or the grocery store or wherever. I observe people and some of their body language and some of their facial expressions does not say they're happy. Right. You know, and I'm not saying you got to run around with a perma grin on your face, but you can be nice to people. I mean, like, hey, how you doing today?
Right.
You know, I don't think that costs you very much. I got this thing, I grew up with it and I still do it to this day, is I open doors. Like I'll open a door for a female, whether it's a car door, whether it's a door to go into the post office or whatever. I just do that. And I think sometimes it catches people off guard because they're not used to people. You know, like when I held the door at the post office the other day, this lady was like, well, thank you very much, young man. I'm like, well, thank you, young lady. You have a great day. It was a small interchange, but she felt better and I felt better going back to my car. Simple, man. Life is really, really is what we want it to be.
You know, and I don't know. Oftentimes I'll say, here's a nugget because I learned it from somebody else. But when you're trying to figure out how to be more positive and you're trying to learn that, you have to remember that progress over perfection.
Correct.
We don't want it. We'll never be perfect.
Nope.
And we're going to have weak moments, and we're going to, no matter who you are, you're going to have these moments of failure. But my advice to people is progress over perfection, meaning just take change your mindset just enough every single day. Well, I always say, how do you eat a whale? One bite at a time.
Right.
You have to just take one bite at a time. You have to chew it up, digest it, and go. It's the same thing about learning how to be positive. And man, especially small businesses. And I know small businesses, you knew college sports. You have a business of motivational speaking and trying to get out there, but it's tough. Right. And there's days that you're just like, doggone it, man, it's a tough day. Right. But you gotta just take that little bite and say, you know what, I'm not gonna let that get me down today. And you know what, in 2026, right now, it's the beginning of the year. It's a good time to set that tone, and it's okay to fail once in a while.
Oh, absolutely.
As long as you learn from it. And I always say, we're all gonna make a mistake. But here's what we're doing. I'm gonna tell you a secret we're doing at Empire.
Okay.
So get this, Ricky. So the national average that injuries are reported is Monday. More accidents happen on Monday than any day of the week. Now, Monday is my favorite day. I celebrate. Everybody knows. Matter of fact, if you ask anybody in our company, they're probably going to tell you. If you ask our people, you'd say, what's your favorite of the week? They're going to say Monday, because we get to start it together in our Monday morning meeting, and we do that big circle. 170 people. We get in that circle and we spend it and we talk about life. We dance a little bit. We try to get everybody to get that happy going on, right?
Right.
But I'll tell you this: it is so hard to try to change the mindset by yourself. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I recognize that if the national average of accidents is on Monday, I wonder when ours is. So I went back to all of our safety incidents, and I found out that we have more accidents on Thursdays than any other day of the week. Now, I believe that's a testimony to us getting together on Monday where we're doing a safety topic and we're talking about positive attitudes and we're making sure we're ready for the work week. Right. So what I've done now is this thing, it's called One with One. And I believe, and I wrote this down to share with you today, because I think you need a leadership buddy in life. You need that one person. So what we did is we had everybody identify one person that's in their department, that's with them most days, and they're gonna every morning at between 7 and 7:30 or 8, they get to pick a time. They're gonna call each other, and they're gonna say, good morning, how you doing? And then our first question is, how full is your cup? Now, when I'm talking about how full is your cup, we're talking about how full is your cup with positivity. Gotcha, so if you happen to say your cup is 50% and my cup is 60%, I'm going to try to pour just a little bit into your cup, because I believe that positivity, when you pour into other people with positivity, you really don't lose anything from your cup. Right. I agree with that. You can help fill up somebody else's cup.
I agree with that.
So I'm challenging them to talk for about 10 to 12 minutes, and they're going to try to help each other with with whatever it needs to raise that cup. Let's just say that somebody has a newborn and they're not getting a lot of rest. Yeah. Well, maybe they could offer to help out somehow by letting them filling in their shift, and they get off early a little bit so they can go home and rest, or whatever it is. Just pour into somebody else, and they're going to do this 52 times in a row all year long. They're going to talk to one. We're going to call it the one with one, not a one-on-one. I changed that middle name, the word, to with, because I want them to be with each other. And we're not going to talk about work. We're not going to talk about productivity at work. We're going to talk about, how are you doing? Where's your level of happiness in your cup? And hopefully what we'll do is we'll build this unique bond between these two people. that on Thursdays, their cup gets a little bit fuller,
Yes.
and we can have a few less accidents, a few more less incidents, and we're pouring into each other. So we're starting this Thursday, 1 with 1. I'm super excited about it this Thursday, and I'm sure it'll be a mess. I'm sure that the guys will be like, "Well, I called such and such, they didn't answer," and blah. I mean, but that's okay. We're gonna work through it. But we get together as a company every Monday and do our Monday morning meetings. Every Monday.
You should tell people about that. I think that's a pretty important thing.
We've been doing this now. I believe we're at 431 Monday morning meetings in a row.
Wow.
And folks, I'm going to tell you, at first I thought, man, this is going to be about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to pay everybody to stand there with no productivity. What is the ROI on that? Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, we have not stopped growing since we started implementing this. And I'm telling you, Ricky, when you came out and spoke, I think we had about maybe 80, 90, maybe 100 people. Now we have 170. We're growing at that speed, even though we lose an hour of productivity every single Monday. But the ROI on getting people to think positive and to be positive and to care about each other and to have a little bit of upbeat music playing and have that environment. Plus, the consistency is amazing. They all know where they're going on Monday. Everybody right now is at home saying, I know where I'm going to be tomorrow morning. I'm going to get right. I'm going out to Matt's. We call it Walter's Den. We're going out to Walter's Den. We're going to have a Monday morning meeting. We're going to have some coffee together. And then at 7:30, we're going to go to work. That's how we do work together.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you what, coming up with a life skill and a leadership skill every single week, week in and week out, I have to work really hard. I study it all week long. Every single day, Ricky, 7 days a week, I spend at least 30 to 60 minutes every single day studying leadership and how to pour into others. It never stops for me because I'm never going to get good enough that I've conquered leadership. I want to be the best damn leader that I can be, and I'm passionate about. That's my national championship that I want to win. Since we're in a sports, that's how I win, is by getting our people to be positive, to think positive, and getting them to realize they can do more than they thought they can do. We have a saying: to get promoted, you don't only have to train your replacement, but you have to train your replacement to be better than you. Now, think about that mentality. Most people would say that, well, if they're better than me, they're going to leapfrog me. No. We reward you by moving you up and moving them into your spot. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
But that's the mentality. We want the absolute best out of people.
Man, I think that's amazing. And I really like that 1 with 1.
1 with 1.
Yeah, I like
every
that.
single Thursday, because you need a leadership buddy. Folks, everybody that's listening out there, find somebody once a week that you can commit to that phone call. Pick a time. Maybe it's 7:15 on Thursday mornings. I challenge anybody out there to just spend 10 minutes talking about positive energy. How you doing in life? What can I do for you? I'm your buddy. I got you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to be with you. I want to know how your week goes. So I can't wait to talk to you next Thursday. And if you do that, you're going to get stronger. You're going to get better at this whole thing of a mindset of positive energy. You have to keep working at it constantly.
I agree 100%, because a lot of times people think it's a one-off. I'm going to be happy today, but that'll carry me for the rest of the week. No, it don't work like that. I tried that before. That don't work. I mean, everything that you're saying makes total sense to me. And you know what? It's really important that they understand that it's a day-by-day process.
It is.
You can't be happy on Monday and then I'm gonna work on it again on Friday. No, That ain't how this thing works, because there's too many ways for you to sink into a place to where negativity wins. So if you fighting positive with positive energy every day, you just fighting every day to be positive. If you put that same energy into being positive that some people put into being negative, you can't not be positive.
And you got to have a little bit of discipline, right? So, you
absolutely.
Tell me this, Ricky, when you decided that you were going to go a different direction in life and you were going to hit this energy bus and you wanted to be on this positive ride, I bet you had to get rid of a few friends, didn't you?
Oh, man, I lost a ton of friends. Matter of fact, I had people that I thought was my friends. I realized that they weren't, And when you're doing positive things, it's not really fun to be around. Like, okay, I'll give you a good example. My problem, was active addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I decided I'm not going to do drugs anymore. Well, if only people do drugs, I mean, who do you hang out with?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like when they realize that you're serious about it, nobody calls you. Hey, man,
right.
Come hang out with us. We're going to go down to the bar or something. Well, Ricky don't drink. Ricky don't smoke. So it's hard to be invited places.
Right.
So you have to, it's like an inside job is what I call it.
Yeah.
I got real comfortable with being with me. And
that's all right.
And that took a lot because I was that guy that liked to be everywhere. It's like sitting at home was like, I'm missing something.
Right.
And now I'm like a piece of furniture when I'm at home. I don't care if I have to leave. If I don't have to leave, I don't leave.
Right.
But you have to make these changes and they have to come between your ears.
Yeah.
And once you make them, then you got to have the discipline. You got to have the consistency. I mean, it really is a full-time deal.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't.
A commitment.
Yeah, people don't understand that. They're like, man, you make being happy look so easy. No, I literally work at being happy every single day. Another one of my things, and this is something I don't recommend for nobody else. This is just a Ricky thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't celebrate holidays. I just don't. Because to me, 365 days a year is a holiday to me.
Mm.
Every single day that I see is a holiday. So I don't have to wait for designated times,
right,
to be happy. A lot of people are like, man, well, when this holiday come around, man, I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do something every single day to make myself feel good.
I love it.
And then that way, it's easier for me to, as you say, steal your phrase, to pour into others.
Right.
Because I'm feeling good. I don't know how a person can make someone else happy when they're not happy. I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, no, it's tough. You and that's when you have to charge your own cup. When you're on a plane and you're listening to them and they're talking about when the oxygen mask drops out, if we happen to lose pressure, put your oxygen mask on first before you help your child.
Right.
Now, you would think that's backwards, but the idea is that you can't help anybody else if you don't have your mask. Right. And me, I'll tell you, Ricky, this one is a mess for me because I tend to neglect myself and I tend to say I'll be okay. And I try to pour into others and it ends up coming back and biting me almost every time because I get exhausted, I get wore out, then I can't keep up. My mental sharpness isn't there. I can't be as good a leader in our company because I tell them I take it very serious, my job. I tell them all, you pay me to be a good leader, and I want to be a good leader. I want to earn every penny that you guys pay me. And they're always like, wait a minute, you own the company. I'm like, no. I don't think you understand. The good Lord owns this company. I'm just here doing the job, and I'm trying to do the best job I can. And I'm a hot mess most of the time. So I'm doing my best. But you have to fill your own cup once in a while. And, I did this in October. I went and I jumped off of the largest rope swing in the world.
Oh, wow.
It's a 500-foot drop. They hook a harness to you, and you have a rope going to your chest up to another rope that's across the canyon, and you drop, and the rope is 500 feet long. So you drop 500 feet, and then you swing out about 800 or 900 feet.
Woo.
And Ricky, it scared the heck out of me.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Matt. Don't invite me to that.
Okay, I won't. But here's what I had to do, Ricky, is I noticed that I was getting complacent and I needed to get out of my comfort zone and I needed some time to unwind. So I did that. And then I went and spent 3 days, 2 nights in the desert in my Bronco.
Okay.
And I decompressed. I wrote some letters to my kids. I journaled every day. I stopped and looked at God's beautiful creation. I just spent some downtime because I needed to fill my own cup before we went into the winter meetings and the year end. The year end is very busy for me. November and December are my two busiest months of the year, trying to just close the company down for the company. And then we were restructuring our leadership and redoing a bunch. So I was pretty busy. But I knew that if I didn't put my oxygen mask on, I wasn't going to be able to take care of anybody else.
Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. Don't y'all go anywhere. This is 93.7 The Tickets to get you happy on hour.
And electrical.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 937 The Ticket. Man, woo! Man, I got to check with Bach right quick. Then we're going to get back to you.
Okay.
Bach, what's going on, man? We got anybody tuned in?
Yeah, we got a few comments here from GBR Captain. He says, Jesus Christ is King. Good evening, everyone. Amen, my brother.
Hey,
Right.
Appreciate that comment, man. I appreciate everybody that tunes in and takes time out of their busy day or their night, in this case, to support the show. I mean, because we're talking positive here, and and I know that's a little different, but that's just what we're about here, and I just want everybody to know that I don't take anything for granted. So thank you. But back to you, Matt. Now you was telling me about some things that you got going on that you had wrote down, man. I want to hear about this.
Yeah. So well, first of all, a show about positivity is hard to get traction, right? Because people don't understand the action behind the traction of positivity.
Right.
And what I'm here to say is that not that we are all roses and fairy tales out in Waverly in our company, and we have some tough days. I mean,
right.
And sometimes things don't go right, and sometimes we have to deal with some consequences.
Right.
Accountability. But
Very
for the
important.
most part, we stay so doggone positive, and there is an ROI to it. It's longevity. It's not retraining people. It's giving people an environment that they look forward to. I get such a kick out of it when people say, I don't even hear my alarm clock go off anymore because I'm so excited to get to work. Now, most people think that that's not true. They don't believe me when I tell them that, but we have several people that love what they do. They love where they are. They love how we do things. They love how we support each other. So positivity does have an ROI, folks. It really does pay. But what I was going to tell you earlier is, and I wrote this down in my book.
Before you get to that, tell me about the rope, man.
That rope swing?
Yeah.
Okay, so get this. So here it is. So I needed something to push myself, and I needed to shut my brain down and just focus on who I am and what my goals are. So I signed up for this rope swing. And I was like, I'm not scared of heights. This is no big deal. So I signed up for it like 3 or 4 months ahead of time. I remember the week that it was coming. I got my Bronco. I started driving, and I'm thinking, this is no big deal. Didn't even bother me. I go out there. I get a hotel room. I stay the night. I get up the next morning, and I'm sitting in the parking lot. And all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, today's the day. I'm gonna take a big jump.
Wow.
I committed to this, and I'm gonna do it. So it didn't really bother me too bad. All of a sudden, I started driving up this trail. I started going around this corner, and it get higher and higher. And then I thought the butterflies started going, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have butterflies in my stomach. And so then I'm thinking, okay, I committed to this. I'm doing it no matter what. There's no turning back, because I'm a big guy that believes if you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
So I get to the rope swing and I walk up to the edge and I look down this canyon, and this canyon is 800 feet straight down, right? So get this, the state capitol building is 440 feet tall.
Wow.
So this canyon is twice the depth of the state capitol building.
Oh, no.
And there's a big cable going from canyon to canyon across. They put my harness on. They check my harness. They make sure I'm good. I signed the waiver. I did everything I had to do. And then all of a sudden they go click. My chest just started beating. Like I was like, oh crap. And I have the video and it's pretty entertaining because they had a drone there flying with me. And you could see my look on my face. And my daughter actually said, when I sent her the video, she goes, Dad, I've never seen you scared before. And well, here's the thing though, Ricky, get this. So I noticed the guy before me, the dude that was standing there for the safety to make sure you went off, would put his hand on your back as you would jump off. So when I got up there, I said, hey, are you going to push me off? And he goes, no. But I'm here to make sure that you go, because there's only one way for you to get hurt, and that's if you decide to not jump after you've already jumped, and you might hit this rock here. He goes, so if that happens, I will give you that last little push to make sure you don't hit the rock when you jump. And it dawned on me that life is so much like this rope swing. You got to have a safety harness on. You got to have your something that you believe in, a higher power, something that you can go to in those weak moments. You have to have a friend that has their hand there just in case you need that little shove, which is I call your leadership buddy, or your one with one. You've got to have a support system. You need to make sure you commit. And when you're going to commit, just take that damn jump.
Right.
Go be positive. And it's a commitment. Now I committed. And I'm going to tell you what, Ricky, when I jumped off that thing, I mean, it scared the heck out of me going down it. But was the worst part is I went way out there, about 800 or 900 feet out there. And then I got it again. And I didn't see that one coming because it drops again when you're coming back.
Oh,
and
wow.
so, you kind of pause for a moment, and then you come back. And I want to tell you, Ricky, it scared the heck out of me. but that's why today in here I wrote down, if you want to have less stress, commit to something and do it. If you're going to do something, and if you're going to tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. And it'll take stress out of your life. It can be as simple as showing up to your niece's six-year-old birthday party, or show up. If you say you're going to show up, and I was telling you, Ricky, you asked me to be on here about a month and a half ago, and I had some of these things I wanted to share anyhow, but I knew that it wasn't going to work out for me, so I just said, no, I'm not going to do it. It's okay, folks, to say no.
Correct.
But if you say yes, you better do everything you can. Now, life can deal you some ups and downs, and things can change.
Unexpected.
But you ought to try to do everything you can to try to be there.
I call it being organized.
There you go.
If you, myself, this may not work for everybody else, but one of the things I do is I'm old school. I write stuff down. I have a calendar so that I don't, and then I put stuff in my phone. I make sure that if I commit to something, at least I'm aware of it, the time, the address, wherever I got to be, because I really believe in accountability. And another thing I believe in is being on time. I get a lot of flack from Kim Kelly about if we have an event that starts at 6:00, well, at 5:30, I'm already there. Even if I'm just sitting in the parking lot.
Right.
I really take a lot of pride in being where I say I'm going to be.
Good for you.
Yeah. And I just think that that's something also keeps stress down, because I can kill time in a parking lot a lot better than I can make up time on the freeway trying to get there.
Absolutely. It's less stressful, isn't it?
Exactly.
And that's what I try to tell people. When you're running, when you're my grandfather used to call it fotivating, and I don't even know if that's a real word, but it means goofing off. But he'd always say, "Why are you fotivating?" And I don't know if he made that word up or what, but he's 97 years old, and I'm not going to argue with him. But it meant, why are you goofing off?
Right.
Get your stuff done and get going, because you're going to be late now. So
Right.
focus, get it going. So I do believe that's just one thing to in 2026. Stick to your commitments. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it, and get there early.
Yeah. I mean, you can always. Everybody that I know has a phone.
Yeah.
And if you're 15, 20, 30 minutes early, you can easily kill that time with a phone.
Right.
Just researching stuff or looking through social media.
That's what I did. I got here at 7:00 and I sat in my truck and I finished listening to a podcast that I like to listen to.
Yeah.
Just to give me some emotional energy. Right. And then we came in and we sat here and talked with DP, and it was easy. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love it.
I want to encourage everybody to just don't say because it's 2026 that you're going to do all of these things. Just find what works for you, even if it's one or two things, and stick with that. Because see, if you make this long list of things you're going to do because it's 2026, it's hard to maintain that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people like, in 2026, I'm going to do this. Well, you only get 24 hours in a day. And if you can't accomplish these things, then stuff starts to fall off that list.
Right.
So I always encourage people to, as you say, keep it simple. I like that concept. I mean, I've always, is well documented that I have said it 100 times, and I'll say it again. I am not smart enough to do complicated.
I love it.
Complicated didn't work for me.
Right.
It might work for others. Some people strive in those type of.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah, I like simple, man.
Yeah.
I love
simple.
it. What else do you want to share with us, Matt?
You know what? I've got an exciting week this week. So I've got a couple world-renowned authors that I look up to that I get to go hang out with this week. One of them is Chris Robinson. He's in the John Maxwell camp. He's like the number 2 to John Maxwell.
Yes.
John Maxwell is one of my favorite people. And then I've got some people from Stephen Covey coming down to Texas, meeting us down there. David from the Stephen Covey and I are friends, but David, his right-hand man, him and I have really grown a bond together where we text each other and we keep tabs on. And I reach out to him because I'm really big on this trust and inspire and speed of trust and learning how to trust people. And, when you asked me to come here, you trust me that I'm going to be here.
Absolutely.
And we've built that trust with each other. And I really believe that's a big part of business and doing business and having relationships.
You're actually going to be in my neck of the woods, though.
I'm going to be in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, baby.
I grew up 30 minutes from Dallas, man. So you're going to be in real familiar territory.
I love it. And then I'm going to stop and see some clients down there. We have a powder coating facility now that their home office is down there. I'm going to do dinner with them tomorrow night, and I'm going to be doing a couple different things. So I'm going to be networking, but I'm also going to be going down there to try to pour into other business owners, other small businesses.
Gotcha.
I do these speaking events on behalf. I'll do a mock Monday morning meeting first, teach them how to do the Monday morning, the concept of it.
Okay.
And then we go into a classroom setting, and I'll just talk about this year. I'm talking about commitment and feeding the positive monster and making sure that you're always staying on top of that. So that's kind of what's going on this week. But I'll tell you, Empire and all the companies with it, we just bought a automotive shop in Waverly. So we're growing rapidly. I mean, we're adding new people, adding leaders all the time, and adding all kinds of field people. And we're just trying to do our job to surround ourselves with positive people that do business together.
Well, I noticed you said you all had picked up quite a few people since I was out there.
Yeah.
And your goal is to reach how many?
We're probably going to be around that 225 by next year.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're probably going to add about 50 more people. I don't know how they measure it, but I would imagine we're one of the fastest growing companies in this area. I mean, I don't know if anybody's stacking people as fast as we are, but I love it. And Empire's not for everyone, and some people it's not meant to be for everyone.
Right,
but it's definitely a positive environment where we try to do good things and try to work hard.
Well, I think that's the key, because if you base it on positivity, I like your upside.
Yeah.
You know, and from what I can see from the outside looking in, just looking at the numbers alone, it's working.
Yeah.
So don't ever change that, man. Keep
Well,
that
thank
concept.
you.
Yeah.
I told them the moment that our culture slips is the moment we will stop growing, and we will back up, and we will figure out what we have to do, or we'll just stick there, because the goal isn't to be the biggest company. The goal is to surround ourselves and build people with our company.
Gotcha.
We're trying to, like I said right in the beginning, our passion is some companies use people to grow their business, and we just want to use our business to grow people.
I think that's a great concept, and it's a great motto too, because it's basically what you're saying. To where I'm taking it is, you're letting the people that are helping grow the company, I think they take a special interest in it because they know that they're just not a number.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? In my Monday morning meetings, I go around every single person and I fist bump every single person. I look every single person in the eyes to tell them good morning. Now, some people remote call in. I can't see them.
Right.
But about 125 to 130 are right there every single Monday, and we go around and say good morning to everyone. And I want everybody to know I care about you, man.
Right.
I want you to have a good week.
And there's a lot, no offense before I say this, but there's a lot of companies that don't show that.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's hard, Ricky. It's not easy. And I don't think even some companies understand that they're not doing it. I don't think it's intentional.
Right.
I think that they just don't understand how hard it is. And something I learned from Rebecca is that everybody needs a little bit of something, something different to get them motivated. Some people need a pat on the back. Some people just need a handwritten note. Some people need acknowledgement in front of the whole group. And some people just want to be surrounded by positive people. Well, this is our way of trying to figure out what makes you tick. How do we make you feel better? How do we make you enjoy work? How do we make you want to be there on Mondays?
I love the whole concept, man. I mean, ever since I came out, I've followed you guys. I mean, I'm watching from afar, but I'm watching. And when I start to show off every Sunday night with a shout out to y'all, that's not because I have to, it's because I choose to.
I love it.
And I respect the people that are doing the jobs that y'all are doing. I mean, and doing it with the mindset that you're doing it. See, to me, that's special. It may not be that big of a deal to others, but to me, I just think it's definitely different.
Yeah. Well, some people are like, hey, I got the case of the Mondays. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. Well, here at Empire, we say, Monday, let's go. That's the energy that we try to have. And you know what? That takes a lot to come with that kind of energy. But that's where I want to put the effort. I want us to be studying on, and that's what we even encourage our people to read books about positivity.
Yes.
Go and seek and listen to motivational things. Listen to John Maxwell. Listen to Stephen Covey. Listen to all these world-renowned authors, and they all talk about positive energy. Be positive. It is the way of the future. And by the way, you want to attract a whole bunch of employees?
Yeah.
Be different.
Yeah.
Be positive.
Right. And you know what? And this is one of the things that I've noticed about it. It doesn't cost you anything to be positive.
No, no, it doesn't.
It's just to put a little effort into it.
If anything, Ricky, I'm going to tell you, it's given me a pretty nice paycheck. The ROI for us, the return on the investment of pouring into others and being a positive person and trying to find the positive in absolutely anything and everything I can. I'm pretty blessed.
Yeah,
Ricky.
well,
things are going good for us.
Yeah, I can promise you one thing: if you weren't, it wouldn't be going as well as it is. I promise you. Hey, look, we're going to take one more break, and we're going to come back and wrap the show. Don't y'all go anywhere. This is 937 The Ticket to get you happy on hour.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Hey, Bob. Man, anybody else tuned in?
Yeah, I got a few more comments off of you Facebook this time. Benjamin Hook says, joyful and fruitful 2026, shine on.
Woo! Appreciate that, Benjamin. Man, y'all don't know what that means when I finally hear people say stuff that's positive about on this show, period. Because there's so many opportunities to be negative, and I just want to say thank y'all for the positive comments. Well, Matt, you know, I got to hear what you. I want to hear what you got to say before we get out of here, Matt.
You know what? I think that you're right. We do have to just try to be positive all year long. But if you're going to break the cycle, it's a good time to break it at the beginning of the year, so you can look at the whole year and say, you know what, 2026 was an awesome year. And when you look back in your archive, you can say that my life changed because I decided to make it.
Right. I like the fact that, you know, it's the beginning of the year. And like you say, if you're going to change something, there's no better time than the present. So I agree with that. Well, I got to ask one final question.
All right. What is it, Ricky?
I got to ask, man. We're going to start 2026 off right. When you're not jumping off of cliffs with rope and harnesses and you get a little free time, how does Matt Warner get his happy on?
You know what, Ricky? I am known as a serial entrepreneur Bronco enthusiast. You get me in my Bronco and let me go for a cruise on a Sunday night, I am happy. Woo!
Hey, well, Matt, thanks again for being on the show. I wrap the show up the same way every week, so we're going to keep that going. Every day you bless the saint. It's just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. We'll see y'all next Sunday.